We got ourselves Jagsy over for the team one. Still rocking that flick. Oh, I like your mug. You're still rocking that flick. I like that hair with the glasses and the mug. That looks so good. We got ourselves Unlucky then together with Big. We got ourselves Smith, which is Death. We got ourselves Sojiro as a Fury Warrior. Versus Mogdam over on team 2 as an Arms Warrior. Rocking out the... Oh, you guys got a very similar mug. You got like the full like... What is it? It's like Black Rock Foundry mug. We got ourselves Meza over on team 2 with G-Funk. We got Jutsu as a Boomy as well as the Gangsta. Okay. Oh. We got a little Murloc boy back there. Really simple mug. Got the blade. I kind of like those Necrolord blades in front. Is it just me? G-Funk looks like might be first up. I think it's checking with the team if he is first or if he is last. It looks like G-Funk is going to be first up for the evening with Smirk, otherwise known as Death, chilling over on his side of the arena. I gotta figure out a better name for you, Smirt, because Smirtonasa. Wait, Smirtonasna. What does that mean in Russian? Death? I'm gonna call you Death. Death is going to be dropping down Chakra, but it's going to be Chakra for Chakra. G-Funk popping one of his own. Fleshcraft getting burned up and just sliced right through by the both of them. G-Funk get the range damage. Looks like he's going to be jumping down, trying to get some melee versus Death. Harpooning after him as Death tries to go for that ram drop down. Big damage back towards G-Funk though. Quite a lot of bursts out of the both of them. Both of them going for a bit of healing accelerations out of the both. Shackles and Malediction. Death could go for a feint death in order to remove the shackle. Is going to be able to immune the effect. And actually could have maybe just death the chakra a little bit earlier, or the shackles a little bit earlier, because then their health went down. Gonna be G-Funk with a fake death camo is big. Tries to get an opener. Looks like he still lands a cheap shot. Doesn't really let him go anywhere. Oh my goodness, that feign death into camo was actually so clutch. That was going to be so big, but it didn't work out as well as he wanted. Jutsu is going to be up next, getting blasted out, just completely sliced and dies by the rogue. He's going to be going for the big incarnation. Huge burst out of Jutsu. Is he playing Kyrian? Looks like he is Kyrian, trying to see if he can max out that Kyrian burst. He's the first catch up to Big. Got a Shadow Blades rolling. Going to be a blind onto the Druid. Does he go for Trick? He does. Now the Druid is going to be susceptible to CC. No more clock shadows for the Rogue. Does vanish, but the dots are going to break him out of that vanish. Rogue is out in the open. Still getting blasted. Big sipping up out of the Kyrian though. It's going to be Big trying to catch himself a bit of a healing. Thorns are down, so Big got himself full burst. Is going to be able to drop down Gladiator Jutsu, taking him out with a quick cheap shot as Mogdam trying to reconnect with the Rogue, trying to get a charge to intercept it, but that Rogue with a cheap shot is just going to be able to walk away scot-free, with Mogdam not willing to give up a trinket just yet. Big so far has made a big play, got himself a good advantage versus G-Funk, took down the Druid as soon as he got cooldowns out of him shortly. Mogdam with a Blade Storm before the Rogue really gets any kind of CC. Gonna be a cheap shot out of the Rogue either way, and does use that Shadow Step momentum, propelling himself off of the bridge and trying to catch himself a reset. Does get a reset. Mogdam still holding on to a flash grab, getting sapped up. Could pick up the eyes versus Big. Most likely will. Looks like he's gonna go for it. Big is playing that Kyrian setup, so he does get himself a little bit of sipping up heal. Was that Zerka Rage on a Mogdam? Looks like he's gonna be able to break out of that sap pretty quickly. Cheap shot Shrink inside of it. Trying to let it execute to the Rogue. Rogue with a kidney shot as gonna be Mogdam shrinking out of it as well. Leaping next to the Rogue, kind of getting next to him. Can sort of auto attack him through the wall, which I think is still a weird mechanic. Is he just gonna die to auto attacks through the wall? No way. Rogue goes for advantage. Does Mogdam get him? Does slow him? Does he have any way to get him out? Is there a bleed rolling on Big, or is Big gonna be able to get out of there? Oh, goes for a Warlock Hellstone to try to get a heal. Puts him on himself for a second. Mogdam was not looking in the right direction to land the Rogue out of stealth and put him in combat though. That Rogue playing it very, very ballsy. Going for that Warlock Hellstone while in stealth. And somehow still caught a reset either way. Is gonna be going for back-to-back sick pickups versus Mogdam. There goes some burst out of the Rogue with a Shadow Blades. Get a shot off of that cheap shot. Kyrian burst versus Mogdam. It's going to go for a Fear versus Rogue. No trinket. Does the Rogue have any defensives? He does have evasion coming up in 10 seconds. Quick disarm onto the Rogue. Limited in what he can do versus Mogdam. And because he can't attack him, is it just going to throw him in a blind and throw him in a full reset? That was a full avatar out of the Warrior. Gonna be the full Zerka's Rage to break him out of the sap. Big trying to see if he can avoid the Blade Storm and Whirlwinding Warrior with a kidney shot off of that setup, trying to max out more of that Kyrian burst, getting the huge Kyrian damage out of it. Parry out for Mogdam, might be going down. Gonna be massive heal for Mogdam with impending victory. Is gonna go for a flush cut behind the corner, not gonna chase out to Big. as the rogue does still have evasion. Quick leap by the warrior, does not get anything off of the rogue. Is going to be going for Warbreaker in case he finds him. Was so close, he was right a pixel away from the rogue, but I think it was that Z-axis. The rogue was off of the platform, off of the ramp. The warrior was on the ramp. Warbreaker should have hit him normally, but I think because of that Z-axis, it just doesn't connect. Otherwise, I would have put a bleed on Rogue at the very least. Getting a shot into Mogdem as he got banner rolling. This Rogue better have an answer for the banner. I don't think this Rogue runs a disarm or anything. He might need disarm right here because that's huge damage out of the warrior. Is going to be able to get himself advantage of. Mogdem, no longer with a flash cuff, needs himself something, anything versus the Rogue. Trinket is back up, so does the Rogue though. He's gonna be able to charge the Rogue before he catches a reset. I guess it was a Master Bleed still in the Rogue, unable to get the proper Shadow Strikes off and getting ran over by the warrior, literally teabagging him a little bit BM. And I think Sejudo is trying to break up that BM. He's like, wrap it up there, Douglas. My man, you're gonna be dropping down my boy, the Rogue of my team. I get it, you don't like Rogues, but you can't be teabagging him like that. Mogdem don't care. He's gonna go for a quick disarm versus Sejura. As Sejura has wreck rolling, it's gonna be a Blaze Storm Arrow Mogdem as he got Avatar. So that's cooldowns for cooldowns actually. A Mogdem I think is gonna go for a bit of a reset. Huge slow into Sejura. Does he have a flesh cap coming back up soon? He might be. Mogdem I believe is running second wind. I would be surprised if he isn't. You know, he's running as Helio ability as he can. Sejura getting quite a bit of damage into Mogdem, and it looks like that Ignore Pain is going to help him a little bit, but is actually taking quite a bit of sustained damage. Sejura is able to just rack right through him. Sejura got plenty of self-healing, so he doesn't really have to worry about his health going down. Mogdem is limited on the health that he has. It's going to have to go for a parry as he sees his health just sustainably to going down. He's not really worried about burst out of Sejura, but that sustain is eventually going to make him fall behind. Sejura in that execute range, though, could be pretty bad for him. He's going to give himself a little extra health. Trinket out of the disarm so he can get use out of his reckless in range regeneration. Going for the bloodthirst, thirsting more health and siphoning out of Mogdem. Gonna be a Blaze Storm for Sejura. Flesh Cup for Mogdem is gonna be Sejura breaking out of the Blaze Storm, landing in that interrupt. Shortest and the smallest possible. Flesh Cup down for Mogdem. Big knockdown by Sejura. Banner up for Mogdem just to get away from Sejura if at all possible. Try to walk away from him. Looks like Sejura is gonna keep him in combat. Walking over the Aftershock is gonna get a knockdown on Mogdem, but he does get himself a little bit of healing. Uses the banner just to run away and stay mobile from Sejura. He's literally using banner just to get away from the guy. Leaping away, he's hoping to disconnect from him for a second just to get second wind rolling. Gonna be unable to disarm to Sejura. Parry out for Mogdem very, very soon. Looks like he's trying to see if he can force Sejura away from him. Leap and charge back for Sejura. Try to stay on Mogdem. Big heal for Mogdem for a second. 10 seconds on a parry. Can he live for 10 seconds before that parry? Reflect is up, trying to use whatever he's got, but Sejura is gonna be able to tussle with him. He's got that healing. He knows the pressure that he needs to put it on the other warrior, and that's gonna be massive damage out of Mess Smash. Was Me Smash? Zuggy? Is that the name? Oh, that Me Smash. I was gonna say Mess Mash, but that wouldn't really work well. Gonna be a Shadow Strike with an intro by Unlucky, then get a shot onto Me Smash. I see he had no trinket. Does he take him down right here? That is just to get 100% crit. That's gonna be big karma. Wait a second. Unlucky just going in for all in evasion as he just blasted through Me Smash. Not even gonna have a chance. Oh my goodness, that was so ballsy. He just went in for all the damn. My goodness, Unlucky then. My god, I love rogues that play it so risky. Like, he doesn't have to play it like that risky. He could just always back up out of there, play it safe, get in stealth, reset, all that stuff, right? He doesn't have to play that risky, but he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in. I'm just gonna evasion and just keep trucking. You got only so many defenses, Doug. Gotta be that gangster. Knock it back Unlucky with a full slow. Rapid fire, try to binding the rogue down, but the rogue avoids the binding shot. If he still walks into it, he can still get bound, but I doubt he's gonna be able to. Gangster, I guess, could try to cut him in there. Definitely, Gangster's gonna have to set up some traps in case Unlucky opens up. Freezing trap as the rogue goes for a Shadow Strike. What a trap right there. With a Death Shocker versus Unlucky. Shadow steps over to Gangster. Gonna be a tricky for the Hunter. Immediate blind for Unlucky then. That is gonna be Kevin Slime. Spinning on Unlucky. Is not gonna be able to get himself a proper reset. No sap for the Gangster. Get a shot. Might be enough damage for Unlucky then if he has the biggest burst. Oh my goodness. This man just came in and it was like, you know what? I'm taking you out. He looked at the monk. He was like, I'm gonna take you out. He looked at the Hunter. I'm gonna take you out too. Just blasted these boys out of here. My man.